Today I wanted to do a quick review for you of the Western Digital WD Black. It's a 1 terabyte NVMe SSD drive. I needed to replace my drive in my computer. I've got a 256 gigabyte drive in there that I filled up, and I needed more. So this 1 terabyte SSD was a perfect fit for me, I think. It's going to work out great. It's got a 7250 megabyte read speed, so it should be pretty good. This is their latest SN7100, I believe it is. I also got an enclosure from VCOM International Limited. It's an M.2 SSD enclosure for holding the drive. So let's open this up and see what we've got here. And we'll put it together, and I'll get it into the computer here in a few minutes. Inside the box here comes the drive, and that was really, I won't open this up for you, but incredible small print and a huge piece of paper with a lot of disclaimer information on it in about every conceivable language. But that's the drive, and let's see here. We've got the enclosure for it. Once I transfer the files from my existing drive to this drive, I'll install it in my computer, so I won't need the enclosure, but I thought the enclosure would be handy for testing and also for the 256 gigabyte drive that I take out. I'll be able to put it in the enclosure, and I'll be able to use that drive. Anyway, it's got the enclosure in here. This one came with 2 cables. It's a Type-C connector that goes into the enclosure, and then it's got a Type-C as well as a Type-A USB, so I can use it either way. I plan to use it on the Type-C because it's a faster transfer speed. It also has a couple little spacers in here, and a little pad that goes on here. So let's put this drive in here. It just slides out, and we'll get the disk, and it just plugs in right here, and get it plugged in here, and that should be ready to go. So we'll plug that into the USB, and we'll transfer the files from my current drive to this one, and then I'll be replacing this, swapping it out with the drive in my desktop computer. But so I won't go through all that process with you, but we'll get it installed. We'll get it transferred over. First of all, we'll get it installed, and then I'll get back with you with my report of how it worked, or how well it worked or didn't work. Before I make the final transfer, I'm going to back up my existing drive using the Windows Backup and Restore utility. I'll back it up and put it over onto an external drive, just in case something goes wrong. To clone this disk, I'm going to use Macrium Reflect. Once Macrium Reflect loads, this is what we see. I can see up here the original disk that's in the computer now that I want to clone down to this new one, which is blank and uninitialized. That's okay, because in the cloning process should take care of that. So we want to make sure we've selected our disk up here, and then click Clone this disk. Making sure we've got all of our partitions selected, and then select Disk to Clone to. So we will select this, and we will choose Copy Partitions, because we want to copy everything. So copy partitions, and then I want to shrink to extend the or fill the target disk. That way this 250 gigabyte doesn't just use a portion of this and then all of that goes to waste. So I want to extend it to the whole disk. And we've got that selected and it's looking good. As you can see, the Windows partition C drive got quite a bit more space now. And so we will click next, next, check my source disk, and the destination, good. So click finish. And what do I want to do it as a run the desktop, or run this backup now. And so we'll click here, the name, my clone, click OK. So it should start doing it, and it'll run for a while and clone that disk. Okay, the cloning process is completed. Looks like it took about 22 minutes to clone that disk. And we're going to go ahead and finish this. We'll close Macri and Reflect. Okay, let's go to the Windows Disk Utility, Disk Management, and see if it sees that drive in there okay. And there you go. There's our new drive. Disk 1 is our new one, and it does show as looks like a 1 terabyte. So it looks like we got all of that. Looks good to go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to shut Windows down and swap out the disk into the desktop computer and see if it boots up. Okay, there you have it. As you can see, the computer is booted up fine. I have had a couple of issues I've seen with some passwords. I got logged out of my Adobe subscription, for example, and had to get back in and disable one of the units or whatever. But other than that, this WD Black 1 terabyte SSD card is working great. So with that, I'm a happy camper, and we'll recommend the WD Black Western Digital 1 terabyte SSD card.